Hello.
Did you get the meat? Wonderful! Please know that I appreciate this. Would you care to help me out once again? Tiroche is still preoccupied with his art. Splendid! There are tortoise nests in the dunes to the west. I'd like you to go gather some of their eggs and bring them back to me. They're packed full of nutrients. Much heartier than stuffed grit gorger claws. Thank you!
Did you find the relics? It is important that we gather these relics as soon as we can. The Walwerans do not respect relics such as these and will no doubt twist or destroy them. They will discard anything that does not obviously lead them to power. That is all they seek, power. They do not care where it comes from or what they destroy in the process. Even now, they strip the statue in the time-worn pools of precious artifacts and discard and often destroy things that they deem unworthy. These items could be studied, but they are instead lost forever. That would be wonderful. It is a shame that any sentient can be so careless when it comes to something as important as history.
Hello. Merely fishing. I was stationed here once some time ago, and the fishing was... well, it wasn't necessarily the best place to fish, but it was good enough for me to come back. The fish bite at a pace I am comfortable with. I also sell the Cricori salt fins I catch for a bit of coin. Would you care to help me catch some? It is really quite relaxing. Great! You can find them all around this side of the island. Did you catch them? Great! It's a pity you didn't fish up any bull saltfin, however. They sell for much more. They swim in the same schools as the regular saltfin, but don't bite as often. If you take your time, though, I'm sure you can fish one up. Would you be willing to try to find one for me? They aren't fond of my bait, I think. I appreciate it. Return to me when you find one. Did you catch one yet? Nice work. You're a natural. Maybe someday you'll even fish up the biggest bull of them all, Bethka the Gorger. I first saw him when I was originally stationed, and none have yet managed to catch him. Since then, he's stolen my bait a number of times. If you find him, let me know. Anyway, thank you for your help.
Finally, a new recruit. I was beginning to think I'd turn to salt before they sent anyone to this beach. And if I did turn to salt, I suspect the Walweran Spirox would have a fine time pecking me to bits. They don't take to our presence on Crykori Island, you see. And though they have yet to squawk war from those colorful beaks of theirs, they've done everything they can to be a nuisance and prompt us to leave. Eager. That's good. Perhaps they've sent me more than the usual giblets this time. To think I thought my appointment here was a subtle suggestion that I'm no longer of use to the army of Garrowen. We'll show them I'm not so inept as they may think. You see, the Spirox have sent poachers to hunt the sand snappers to near extinction, taking from us one of our prime food sources. But you'll show them, won't you? No hesitation, I like it. You will kill the poachers, and they will know Gylok knows how to delegate.
I am Teroche Dryzok. It is my responsibility to gather foodstuff for the residents of Crykori village, as well as our fighters all over Crykori Island. Whenever I try to make new dishes, my fellows insist that I prepare only my stuffed grit gorger claws. I prepare them so often that I have run totally out of claws. The grit gorgers are dense in the waters to the northwest, but I've no time to harvest them. Would you like to collect some claws for me? Excellent! Return to me once you have them.
Have you slit their gizzards? A good start. But if you believe my theories, there's more going on down here than my superiors think. They sent me here to babysit some harmless poachers. But the Wawerans are up to something, though some may not want to, because the Wawerans have the advantage here. Oh, now I haven't gotten so far as figuring out any of that. But maybe you can help me. I've seen them mining ore along the valley walls, and I suspect they mean to make weapons of it. But oh, it could also be something so much more nefarious. And wouldn't discovering such a plot earn the both of us promotions? Why don't you bring back some samples of the ore and let us see for ourselves? Good. Some think the Spiroks are just pretty birds with bad attitudes, but I think differently. They're up to something, I know it.
Did you get them? Our troops will be pleased. I needed you to gather them for me because I have been busy working on creating something special for one of our veterans. Would you care to deliver this special bait to Nibba Ooze for me? With this special concoction on his line, he is sure to land magnificent catches. You can find him fishing just east of here. Thank you. I appreciate it, and I am certain he will as well.
Thank you. That Drysock, always out to make something new.
Greetings. I am Tertiary Maquis. I have been studying the native species of this island and determining what purpose, if any, they may serve in our military maneuvers. Most recently, I have become interested in the crusty rust beast in the time-worn pools far to the west. Their acidic secretions are rife with potential. Unfortunately, I am stuck here for the time being, working on a previous project. Could you? That would help me greatly. Do you have the ore? That's the way to do it. Well, now, let's have a look. This is strange. This is mostly rock. There's barely any ore at all. Mighty suspicious, if you ask me. I think it is time to earn our promotions. I'd like you to travel to Krykori village, just north of here, and speak with Primary Konzug Zumha. Show him what we found, and be sure to mention me. This only supports my claims. The Spirocks are not so empty-headed as to think this will be of any use to them. It stinks of...
Did you retrieve the relic? Ah, thank you! Thank you! All history is precious, no matter how powerful or powerless the race.
Did you find them? Ah, perfect! This is impressive! These don't even need to be treated. Look at how easily the substance affects this metal. I know just the person who can put these to use. His contact is Secondary Arazik Skyki. Bring them to him. You can find him in the Trithek Loft to the southwest. I'm sure he'll put these to good use. Thank you for your help. I think I will keep a few on hand to continue studying them for other potential applications.
I welcome you. So, Tykor Gylok managed to do something worthwhile. That'll come as a surprise to quite a few parties. I myself have thought he was given an unfair lot. Not everyone can master griffin riding, and it's not his fault he fell straight onto the head of Archlord Gorsak. Now, about this ore. You're right. The Wawerans should know this ore is worthless. Perhaps. Yes, perhaps this is related to the excavation of the cave in the northwest. I've been meaning to send someone out there to take care of it. Are you up to it? I want the excavators dead, and I want evidence of what they're digging up. We must solve this puzzle. Then you will return to me as soon as you have found something. Oh, and we should leave Tykor out of this from here on out. He has done his part, but just in case, his supposed incompetence has nothing to do with his griffin riding skills. Let's leave this to those better qualified.
Did you get the eggs? Excellent! You have done a lot for the inhabitants of this island. If they can't eat, they can't very well fight. Thank you for your work.
Well, what are they up to? Have you found anything worthwhile? Our parsers have found pieces of this pottery before. They believe it is the remains of ceremonial jars, and the directions for the rite are inscribed in the inscriptions on its surface. If they have pieced this together, of course! This must be what they're up to. My scouts reported them gathering and preparing something southwest of here. With this evidence in hand, I believe they may be trying to invoke an ancient rite. I'll leave it to you to interrupt them. And be swift about it! There's obviously far more to the Spirok than we had thought. The more freedom we give the Wawerans to experiment with artifacts of power, the more likely they are to turn this power against us effectively. Well? Well, I'm glad we put a stop to their efforts. Though they may be nothing more than clumsy mimics playing with forces they don't understand. The thought of them tapping into such power does not sit well. I am impressed with your abilities. I would like you to continue aiding us. Report to Secondary Arosic, Skykey on Trithic Loft to the southwest. It's the grassy ledge above the sand.
I am Secondary. Ah, good. I could use the extra help. The Spirok are tireless troubles. Tasks, yes. I have found that the Wawerans coat the tips of their weapons with the venom of the skittering monitors found in the area. While they haven't refined the process, it is still woefully effective. I've seen soldiers die from wounds that should barely keep them in bed. We've been working on anti-venom, but we need more samples. I need you to go and collect some of their poison glands for me. Good. Careful handling the monitors and their sacks. Remember, we don't have an antidote yet, and I do not need another invalid to care for. Return once you have enough for a thorough study. I am Secondary. Interesting. I have someone who can put this to good use. Thank you.
Greetings. I am Bioparser Zodak. I study the land and to some capacity its inhabitants. It's actually such an inhabitant that has captured my interest. South of here, I have discovered a strange plant that feeds on flesh. Specifically, it eats the skittering monitors on the loft. It lashes them to the ground with filaments that it extends from the ground and then draws their nutrients into itself. Very. I've never seen anything quite like it. Any monitors that wander too close are quickly trapped in its grip. I'd love to get some samples of the monitors once they've been encapsulated in the filament. Perhaps you could lure some of them over to the plant and then pull them from the ground once it tries to eat them. Or are you too squeamish? And don't worry, the plant won't try to eat you. It can recognize the lizards somehow and only attacks them. Besides, you're much too big to wrap up.
That's funny.
Kraywin Kuvi, Krikori Standard. Though we are not yet taking large-scale action against the Wawerans, I have been given the go-ahead to interact with them in any way I see fit. After all, they have been interacting with us and proving to be quite the nuisance. Just south of here, you'll find the place where their turf hunters congregate. From there, they move out, intent on capturing and enslaving us. We should do more than that. We should rid their heads of any thought of disturbing us. When their turf hunters make their first capture, they are rewarded with pride feathers. They dress themselves in these feathers as a further mockery aimed directly at us. I want to strip them of their pride. It is shameful for a turf hunter to lose their pride feathers. A field of dead hunters with missing feathers will send a strong message, I think. Bring me their pride feathers, and leave their corpses to rot.
Let's run down! Let's run down!